If you're an investor thinking about investing in student housing, or maybe you're a parent whose child's about to go off to college, then you need to consider Bryan and College Station. Why? Well, because we have the second largest university in the nation. Of course, we're talking about Texas A&M University. Now, our economy is growing, our population is growing, and the student base and rental demand is huge here in town. But that does not guarantee that you'll have a good return on your investment. To have the best return, you need to follow this strategy. This is what I've used to make the most money out of my student housing here in town, and we're going to go over that strategy in this video on your favorite channel, Investing in Bryan and College Station, where I cover everything about growing your wealth through real estate in my favorite towns of Bryan and College Station, Texas. Guys, like, subscribe, and enjoy this video on student housing. Of course, to maximize ROI, location, that's a no-brainer, Greg. But it's not as simple as you might think. You see, it's not just about being as close as possible to the university. Prices go up, so do rent rates, but not proportionally, meaning you pay way more than the rent you're going to see as a return. So to maximize your ROI, you want to back off from campus a little bit. Now, I've already made a video about my top 5 neighborhoods to invest in for student housing. I'll link to it here. Check it out. It's definitely worth watching. So what about outside of those 5 neighborhoods? If you want to look outside those neighborhoods, I recommend that you go to the A&M bus route website, linked down below. It looks something like this, and it'll show you exactly where the bus routes go, which is another great way to determine where student demand will be. Anything walkable to a bus route is also a high demand location. So we figured out location, generally where we want to look. The next thing we want to consider is amenities. Once you've determined the location, you're going to want to consider the amenities of the property that you're looking at. Now, inside of the property, the amenity that is most important is the 1-to-1 bedroom-bathroom ratio. This means that every student will have their own bathroom. This is an expectation of students these days and is very important for maximizing your income, and is very different than the hall-style bathroom I enjoyed as a student back in the day. The other amenities that students are expecting are things like pools, workout facilities, rec rooms, gated communities. These are all super important to not just the students, but also the parents who are concerned about their students' safety. So as you're considering these investments, make sure you're looking at that 1-to-1 bedroom-bathroom ratio and all of the resort-style amenities that students expect. All of that will maximize the income you can make. Speaking of maximizing your income, the best way to maximize your income is a rent by the room strategy. This means that every single bedroom will have its own individual lease, individual screening, and individual expectations. Now, as an investor from a distance, if you're investing from California or you're one of my investors who live in Dallas, this can be harder to do because you basically just turned a 4-bedroom into a 4-plex. It's more complex, harder to manage. But as a parent whose student is occupying one of the bedrooms, it's really not that hard to do, and you can increase your rent by 10 to 20%. I have a lot of clients that have maximized ROI by renting out those bedrooms individually, and they do really, really well. The best part about investing in student housing in Bryan and College Station is pre-leasing. What you have to understand is the apartment complexes, they set the tone. And they do that by sending out renewal notices, well, now, in October 2024, for a renewal that doesn't happen until July of 2025. And because the apartments start to do that now, you as an investor can also pre-lease your unit months before that lease ends. In fact, I recommend that you send renewal notices 5 months before the lease end date and require a response 4 months before the lease end date. This means that if you do have an upcoming vacancy, you can start to market it in February or March for that June, July move-out. Why is that important? Well, the majority of students here in town select where they're going to live in February, March, and early April, sometime around spring break. By the time May rolls around, it's already too late, and the students have already, for the most part, picked through the best properties. By pre-leasing, you get the best students at the best rent rates, and that's why that's my favorite part about investing here in Bryan-College Station.
So what did we learn? Investing in a town like Bryan and College Station is a no-brainer, particularly in student housing, due to just the sheer size and volume of student renters. We've learned that we can maximize our ROI by focusing on location, amenities, and pre-leasing. But if you want to know exactly what a property you'll rent for, or how much more you can make by renting by the bedroom, you can always reach out to me. All my information is in the description below. I'd love to help you buy your next investment property. And guys, of course, we're gonna have a new video every single week, so make sure you like and subscribe. And as always, until next time, you take it easy.